We got the pressure cooker here, getting ready to put some cabbage in. So we've got the cabbage here, all diced up. And we come on over here, some bacon fat, some garlic confit, some diced onions, a little bit of herb seasoning, some chicken broth is going to go into this pot, and then that's going to be the nice little cabbage broth mixture that we're going to put our crispy acorn-fed pork belly on. Okay, we're sweating the onions a little bit here. Get a little bit of translucency, and then we'll add the cabbage. Now I'm going to add a nice spoonful of garlic confit to this. Give it that nice, mellow, creamy garlic flavor. That's quite a bit of cabbage there, but a lot of moisture here, and that's going to shrink down quite a bit. We're going to blast it with a little bit of chicken stock and then pressure cook it for about 10 minutes or so. Now this is where improvisation comes in. As I turned around to grab something, I noticed there was a Granny Smith apple laying in the basket there, and I thought, what a great way to bring a little tartness with the malic acid there and add a bit of sweetness to this cabbage. Cabbage and apples go really, really well together. So at this point we're going to stir that in. And now we're going to add a little bit of chicken broth here. And then we're going to put the lid on the pressure cooker and let it go for about 10 minutes. And we should have a nice cabbagey, brothy bed for our crisped, cured, sous vide, acorn-fed pork belly. Now here's my acorn-fed, cured, and sous vide pork belly. We're going to take this out of the package here and see what we got. Okay, now we got the pork belly cured and sous vide. It's nice and tender. And we got some of the belly along with the fat diced up. Then over here in the pan is a lot of the fat. We're going to render it and make some crispy lardons out of it. As you see, the pressure cooker with the cabbage in it is just rocking away. And so we're on our way to cabbagey pork goodness. My wife's part German, so she should do a little polka when she sees what we're going to have. I was right that my wife was happy about the cabbage and pork because she just handed me a Tanqueray gin and tonic. So, yum. A couple of weeks ago when I got this acorn-fed pork belly, I took the skin off of it and I pressure cooked it, then I dehydrated it for a couple of days and made these beautiful, well, they're going to turn into crackling. So I'm going to put it into the rendered fat here after I got everything ready. I'm going to snip them into little pieces and have little like chicharron popcorn balls. Should be a yummy porky treat. Now here's some of that cured pork belly that's been defatted. The fat is crisping right now, as you can see. Oh, yeah, baby. Now we're going to drain that fat off into a little pot and basically deep fry the chicharron, the skin, the dehydrated skin, in the rendered acorn pork fat. So that should be pretty good. And here's that cured belly. Almost looks like a corned beef. We're going to sear that, crisp it up, have it with the cabbage, and then I hate to say it, but there's a few decent store-bought gnocchis here. We're going to boil off just so we can have some carbs to go with our fat to really jumpstart that. Woohoo! And you see, I just pulled this out of the fat. It's going to be crispy, but that's kind of like a little meaty, fatty lardon. It's not skin, but it's meat and fat. And of course, we're not going to eat a ton of this. We're going to eat mostly cabbage and cut it with a little bit of this tasty pork. Let me see. Oh yeah, it's real good. Okay, so we got here is I drained off the fat from this cast iron pan, and see over here we got the okay. This is a new camera, by the way, so I don't even know how it's going to record or if you're going to be picking up Katy Perry, who's on that, not by design. She just came on. I don't particularly care for her. But anyhow, here we go. We're going to go in and see if the oil is hot enough. Okay, are we going to cheech? We going to do a chicharron here? Is it going to happen? Is it going to pop up? We'll shoot and see. Is it going to just blow up in my face? I hope not. Oh, come on, expand. Expand. May not be. Let's see here. No. Let's see here. Okay. No, you're absolutely right. Okay, here we have basically the crisped up lardons, and then the skins that were basically pressure cooked and then dried over a couple of days in dehydrator and then deep fried, turned into chicharron. These are really good, especially with a little tapatio. Oh man, tapatio. Okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I've deglazed this pan basically. I covered it and let it steam a little bit. I'm going to reduce it down a little bit and finish it with mustard. Remove these pieces of pork belly that have basically had the fat rendered, and the fat has been brought in over here and made crispy. And then we're going to put it above, on top of the cabbage, which is ready to come out of here. Let's see how that looks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a German guy's delight right there. It's a Dutch treat. Okay, let's see here. Let's see how this looks. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's dish it up. Okay, here we're adding a little Dijon mustard that I put in an old sriracha bottle and thinned it out a little bit so it didn't get crusty and stayed fluid. You didn't need to know that, but there it is. Okay, now let's take. Now we're gonna spin that around, make a little glaze. I'm gonna add a little bit of the cabbage. Okay, we have to have a taste here. I put a little bit of crispy lardon on there, and then I'll show you the final dish up. But let's see, can I hold the camera and taste it at the same time? I could eat a bowl of that, or maybe 3. Yum. Okay, we will do some green. There you go. Just to pacify, I don't know who. But there's some green. There you go. Now there's a meal fit for, well, a peasant.